Hey, what's up, everybody? Obakeng Mosepele here, right here on the Word Gold, the Enforcer's Domain. Welcome to it, and happy February, new month. It's a great month, a month of love. We're gonna be sharing much about love. We're gonna be, enjoying love, family, stuff like that. It's very, very important we do that. We talked about, last week about investing in yourself, because you are the greatest asset you can ever have. You are the most loyal asset you can ever have. So take care of self, invest in yourself because you can actually pay off. It can actually pay off as time goes on. Today we're talking about depression, because depression has been, you know, represented as this vicious devil or a situation that destroys people. Today we're going to unmask it so that you can see its elusive tactics. Very important. And I'm going to actually teach you how to face it and how to deal with it. Welcome to it. This is the Word God, the Enforcer's Domain. Obakeng Mosepele here. Alrighty. Okay. Now, first of all, what is depression? Depression is psychological mental oppression, mental disorder that affects people around the world. It's caused by biological, cultural, or social, events or experiences or factors. And it's believed that 10% of people around the world have suffered depression at some point of their life. So it's actually a common issue around people losing their parents, family, and stuff like that. So they're saying it's a mood disorder, a long-lasting mood disorder. Scientifically proven that the circuits that regulates moods in the brain are deregulated in depression, and those circuits are overreactive and respond excessively to negative events, which results in deregulated physiological and behavioral change. So the brain becomes more vulnerable to to effects of stress in depression. Why are these circuits deregulated? It's because of excessive thinking, rapid, uncontrolled thoughts. Signs of depression in most cases is distress, feeling sad, feeling less, low self-esteem. Of course, in most cases, it's not depression, but that's a symbol. It's a sign of depression also. Anxiety, being worried about everything, carrying a baggage, struggling with relationships, both sexual relationships, family relationships, work relationships, feeling unmotivated, feeling losing interest in things that you love. So depression it's actually caused by thoughts. Uh, in my thinking, my knowledge, is caused by thoughts, uncontrolled thoughts, rapid thoughts. That's what causes depression. You lost your parents, you lost your mom, you lost your job, you lost your wife, your husband. That's a situation, but that doesn't cause depression. Depression is caused by what you think about that, because what depression does is it makes you it makes you the problem. You get to think about you. Why did it happen to me? You feel less about yourself. It points everything negative about you. It says, it swallows you up in a blanket of self and negativity. So everything you think negatively, you think is because of you. That's what depression does. Because you end up thinking and speaking words that don't build you. Words are very powerful. When somebody says something negative to you, you feel sad, you feel broken, you feel inadequate, uneducated, and you feel sad. But when somebody says something positive to you, you feel happy, you feel wanted, you feel appreciated. Now, how worse can that be when you say negative words to yourself, let alone thinking about it? So when you think negative words about yourself, negative thoughts about yourself, that's how depression comes. So you need to be very mindful of what you think. And the reality of the matter is depression starts with you, it ends with you. It's not out there. It is started with you. Nobody brought it inside. You thought everything around you is about you. So you need to wake up and take responsibility. That's how you deal with it. You can get those medication pills and stuff like that. They will regulate, make you sleep or whatever, but don't deal with the situation. What you need to do, think it's you need to deal with the situation. You need to do away with depression. So the most important thing is to take responsibility of your life, regulate the way you think. Surround yourself with people that speak positive things. Go to places where they, happy places, open places, not where you're always closed in your house and thinking negative things. So you need to take responsibility. If a snake comes to your house, you deal with it. So you don't wait for people, yeah, can't know how I'm doing, so I don't know what to do. You deal with it. Even under your depression, you see a rat, you see something negative in your house, you deal with it. So depression is a feeling. It's not who you are. The problem is that you say, I am depressed. The moment you say you are depressed, you have placed a sense of possession on depression. Now it's yours. Something that you don't really need to own. So you take responsibility right now. Look for materials that will help you come out. Nobody shouldn't feel pity for you. Whoever that feels pity for you because you are depressed, you don't need them around you. They want to take you in a coffin to the grave. Don't think like, okay, I'm depressed, people should feel. No, it's not that. That deep. Depression is not a millennial discovery. It has been there for a long time. So we shouldn't treat it with some. We shouldn't massage depression. We should deal with it robustly and angrily and very bully. You know what I'm saying? So wake up, deal with it. Don't wait for people to comfort you. We are a generation where we think we can call, we can rename everything, we can call, we can do whatever we want to do, we can, you know, stuff like that. So you need to be very responsible about it. Wake up, take responsibility. I am Obakeng Mosepele. This is the word go. See you next week. Probably we're talking about relationships, but just stay tuned. I love you. God bless you. Subscribe, share it, invite people to it. Ask questions, inbox me. Let's talk about it.